here this morning out of tribute and respect for your son. Can't erase the pain this morning, but in moments like these, we fall on our faith. We believe that in moments like this, God has a way of giving us the strength to just push forward. Some things we don't understand, some things make no sense, but in moments like this, we fall in our pain. I want to extend my deepest respect, condolences to this family on behalf of the city of Houston. My respect for all of law enforcement, every man, every woman who leaves their home, patrol our streets, put their lives on the line, to their families, our deepest respect. And once again, to the Sikh community, to Sheriff Gonzalez, and then we thank you for your leadership during these moments, to the men and women of the Sheriff's Office, and to the thousands of people who knew the deputies so well. I want to extend our thanks and want to extend our outreach to them, just like Deputy Dhaliwal extended the friendship and love to so many in our community. I said before, he was the ambassador of all that is good. All that is good. And the way his death occurred does not erase that. He was, continues to be, the ambassador that all that is good, all that is just, and all about service. Do we still grieve? Absolutely. We will continue to grieve. Yes, we will. But I do want this family, Sikh community, and others to know that all across our community, all across the state and country, and even the world, there are people that are talking about Sandeep Dhaliwal.
Sikhs believe in three basic principles: meditating on the name of God, earning an honest living, and sharing the fruits of one's labor with others. Sikh teachings emphasize service to humanity. A guiding principle is to work on one's ego by service to others without expecting anything in return. It is my hope that as you all depart here today, you will take some of these principles with you. I don't know why the world is dark or dangerous or why bad things happen to good people like Officer Dhaliwal, but I do know that he would want us to come together and not give in to the darkness. He would want us to embrace and celebrate our differences, do good deeds, and spread love. When today's services are concluded, I hope that you take a moment to talk to the stranger next to you, say hello, shake hands, and give them a hug. I also encourage you to greet your Sikh neighbor with the words, Sat Shri Akal.
dignitaries gathered, to all the friends, community members, men and women of law enforcement, it is indeed an honor and a privilege to join you this afternoon to share a few words. But the unfortunate reality is that it's difficult for me this afternoon to find adequate words of remembrance at this moment. And that's because I don't believe that there are enough words to honor the life of Deputy Sandeep Singh Dhaliwal, to honor his service, to honor his bravery and his sacrifice. Nor are there enough words for me to offer to comfort this community, especially the law enforcement community, at this very difficult time. And there certainly are not enough words for me to share this afternoon with his family and his young children, to address their pain and their grief. But while there are not enough words to capture any of what I've just described, I do think there are things that we can do in this moment, things that we must do in this moment. And it begins with coming together as we are this afternoon, to remember Deputy Dhaliwal, to remember what he stood for, and the principles that he embodied. I never had the privilege of meeting him, the honor of meeting him or speaking to him. But I know from hearing from those who have spoken this morning during this ceremony, and from talking to his family and others that he touched far and wide, that he represented the very best of us. He was the embodiment of the American dream, proof that in this country, it makes no difference where you come from, what you believe, what you look like, that if you work hard, you can achieve success. And he succeeded, first in business, but more importantly, later in life, in public service, as a law enforcement officer, showing with the steadfast support of many on this dais that you don't have to sacrifice your faith, you don't have to sacrifice your identity to serve others. And in doing so, he not only gave the Sikh community here in Texas, across the country, and throughout the world the confidence to be comfortable in their sarut, in their identity, but he also inspired, as we saw on the stage earlier, an entire generation of Sikhs to enter public service.
Sandeep Veer. Sandeep Dhaliwal. Dhaliwal Parivar. Sandeep was my brother. Sandeep was love. And the Dhaliwals are my family. Elected officials, dignitaries, members of Congress, thank you for being here to honor a decent man. I want to thank, in particular, Congresswoman Sheila Jackson-Lee. Can I join us? She worked with the family tirelessly to help have some members from the UK be here today. Harinder? I don't have the words. Sandeep took a special place in my heart.
It's currently 12.
He only shares it with my family, my blood family. My daughter, my wife are here. My daughter made a special trip to be here. because Sandeep would always say, Miss Nina, how's Miss Nina? And Miss Monica. Baba, you raised a good man. You raised them with a heart of gold. It is unfair that a father should outlive his son. It is unfair. But know that this stadium and all those around the world that are watching us, that this celebration of life is fit for a king.
Dhaliwal was also a dedicated husband and father and son and brother. To his family, especially his wife and 3 beautiful young children, know that this community is with you, supporting you, lifting you up, and we are grateful for your father's service, his sacrifice, legacy. We also remember Deputy Dhaliwal's commitment to love and to peace. A love and peace that he showed not only the Houston community, but to each person he served. When Hurricane Harvey struck Houston, Deputy Dhaliwal served meals to those who were left homeless. In the wake of Hurricane Maria, he traveled to Puerto Rico to assist in the relief efforts there. He also worked to deliver water and supplies to Punjab, India, while the area was suffering from a severe drought. He leaves behind an unmistakable and a beautiful legacy of a life marked with service and devotion to others. Many of us here were also at the 2015 funeral of another local hero, Deputy Derek Goforth. I, for one, have been to too many funerals of law enforcement heroes who risked their lives. Deputy Dhaliwal visited the Goforth Memorial daily. He urged us, quote, just wear blue, and be proud of that. And that shows support to law enforcement, simple as that. It is wonderful, beautiful to see so much blue here this morning.
ਵਾਹਿਗੁਰੂ ਜੀ ਕਾ ਖਾਲਸਾ ਵਾਹਿਗੁਰੂ ਜੀ ਕੀ ਫਤਿਹ। Ladies and gentlemen, dignitaries, officers and deputies, on behalf of the Dhaliwal family, we welcome you. The past week, we have been touched, comforted, and moved by the love and support that you all have shown. In such a tragedy, you have shown us that there is a far more love in the world than hate. And most important, you have given us hope. We are overwhelmed by the amount of love and support this community has shown. We are reminded why we, our families, and Sandeep came to the United States of America. It is because we are united. To the law enforcement officers who vowed to put their life on line for us, we say that we love you, we respect you, and we thank you for your service. God bless you and God bless America. Vaheguru Ji Ka Khalsa, Vaheguru Ji.
My name is Manpreet Kaur, and on behalf of the Dhaliwal family, an entire Houston Sikh community, and to all the men in uniform, we thank you for your service. We've heard and will continue to hear and learn what Sandeep's life was and will continue to be. His father, Pyara Singh Dhaliwal, said it best. He left the house so often and I didn't know what he was doing, but now I know. So to Sandeep Singh Dhaliwal, we salute you and we thank you for laying down your life to protect the citizens of Harris County. To you, the deputies, Sandeep has been in lockstep with you when he first rose his hand to join the Sheriff's Department. He's been in lockstep with you when he went to cadet training. He's been in lockstep with you when he started the detention center and on the beat. He was in lockstep with you when he woke up every morning and loved his job. And he was in lockstep with you when he soared to protect the citizens of this county. But now, I ask that we join his lockstep for the next years to come to carry his legacy. Using his own words, that we should be in lockstep when someone in need is in need and we try to help them out. That we are in lockstep when we feel that when one American hurts, everybody hurts. That we are in lockstep to do our part to touch hearts and change minds. That we are in lockstep to put a smile on somebody's face Come on. And I'll sign off just the way he did. God bless Texas, and God bless the United States of America.
Ladies and gentlemen of Houston and other places in these great United States, with deep sorrow and aching hearts, we all have gathered here to celebrate the life of an exemplary U.S. citizen and ideal human being, Mr. Sandeep Singh Dhaliwal. As most of you know by now, Mr. Dhaliwal served as the Harris County Sheriff's Deputy for the last decade. He was performing routine traffic stops.
Sut Sri Akal. Good afternoon, and thank you for joining us as we pay tribute to our friend and brother, Harris County Sheriff's Office Deputy Sandeep Dhaliwal. The story of Sandeep Dhaliwal has many chapters, but in the end, it's not how Sandeep Dhaliwal lost his life that made him a hero. It's how he lived his life. He is a hero because of service during his entire life. So today is not about a horrible tragedy. It is about a hero. Sandeep has brought this entire community together in a very powerful way, in a way that only Sandeep could do. He joined the Harris County Sheriff's Office first as a detention officer, and then he would advance to deputy, where he served as a patrol deputy in this community. The community he also chose to raise his family. Law enforcement is a unique profession because we are so immediately recognizable. We drive our cars, we wear uniforms and badges, we carry guns. For most of us, the day we put on our uniform is the first day we see what it's like having people look at us differently than they ever did before. It's when we start to realize that our actions no longer speak for who we are as individuals, but they influence how those we encounter will come to view anyone else from our profession. We learn that we are ambassadors for law enforcement. For Sandeep, that has always been the case, because he wore his Sikh faith on the outside for everyone to see. The turban, the beard. He was a trailblazer. He embraced all the initial scrutiny, questions, and sideways glances because he valued being part of our law enforcement family, and in particular being part of the Harris County Sheriff's Office family. He saw in our profession an opportunity to serve with a deeper purpose and to make a positive difference. And he succeeded far beyond his own dreams and expectations. The thousands of you gathered here today are the living proof and recognition of that success. The turnout today is not only a tribute to his service to our community, but an acknowledgement of the amazing individual that he was. There are few undertakings so noble as the protection of our own community. It is defined by service and attracts those who truly believe they can make a difference. There are many who enter our profession and serve with distinction. There are select few who soar above the rest. When he was on the job, he modeled for the rest of us how to be true ambassadors for this profession. Show genuine interest in your colleagues and the people you serve. Get to know people, invest in them, be a friend. Serve with humility and kindness, help those in need. He was a man of dedication, faith, love, and compassion. A man who worked daily to protect our community, and that dedication sadly brings us to this moment. He was a proud deputy dedicated to his work up to his final hour. He did his job until the last second of his life. Losing Sandeep has hit all of us extremely hard. You don't replace people like Sandeep. Instead, we must allow ourselves to be changed by him. That is how we will honor our brother's legacy and his sacrifice to this community that he embraced. People like Sandeep make us all better. Sandeep was an inspiration to us all and was considered to be one of our finest deputies with a bright future to match his beautiful, bright personality, enthusiasm, and joy for life. I will miss the gentle smile and the embrace I received each time I saw him, and that confidence that he exuded. His smile could light up a room. Eventually, we will get back to smiling the way Sandeep did. To his wife, Harvinder, his 3 beautiful children, to Baba, Diyar, his father, sisters, uncle, as well as to all his family members. On behalf of the men and women of the Harris County Sheriff's Office, who I proudly speak for today, thank you. Thank you for sharing him with us. I want you to know with absolute certainty that Sandeep did you proud. I hope that these last few days you felt the love and support not only from his Harris County Sheriff's Office family, but the entire first responder community and this entire county, state, and country. There are no words capable of providing sufficient comfort. All we can do is pledge our undying support and promise to be by your side from this moment forward. To the members of our District 5 Patrol, who he loved and respected him back, console yourself in knowing that Sandeep spent his last moments in the company of you, his law enforcement family. Sandeep has touched so many people, as you can see in this room. Deputy Sandeep Dhaliwal will be celebrated, and his legacy will be remembered forever. There is hope because we carry him with us. It's the responsibility of the community to honor those who serve and protect. I am proud of our community for rallying behind the Sheriff's Office in such a difficult time. You lifted us up in our darkest hour. I thank Deputy Dhaliwal and all first responders for their service. If you're a member of the first responder community here, locally, or in our state, if you could please rise, please, so we could appreciate you.
Our lion may be gone physically, but his legacy of selfless service and of breaking down barriers will continue to live on. He would have wanted us, his brothers and sisters in arms, to keep pushing and to never quit. Our dream is that a Sikh like Sandeep, with his unrelenting love of service, should they choose to don the uniform of this nation, that individual will not have to fight the fight that Sandeep fought to serve with his turban and his beard. His proud service here in the Harris County Sheriff's Department was welcomed in 2015. And that embodies the rich diversity of this city, our nation. And through his service, we must all continue to work together until every government agency in this great nation is open to an observant Sikh to serve. And now I'm going to talk not only to those in here, but to many of those across the nation that are watching, that have bonded with Sandeep through these trying times. We hope you who stand ready, stand with us. Every like, every retweet, every share, every applause in every stadium was a resounding endorsement of Sandeep's legacy. We must not forget these endorsements. When the inevitable time comes, pick ourselves up and get to work. Because that's how Sandeep operated. Someone who walked the walk, morde na morde, shoulder to shoulder. We are with you and your family, brother. Until we meet again, Rab Rakha, God bless, Vaheguru Ji Ka Khalsa,